down. We're going to go way down here. We're going to go down to -9. Okay? And that is D. Okay? As you can see, you don't plot in multiple points. I have some mistakes. Some students do this. They'll plot a point way up here at -5, and they'll plot another one down here. You don't want to do that. Each two numbers make up 1 point. So just remember that, okay? That's pretty much it. Okay? All right, the last thing I wanted to do with you guys was now we're going to go backwards. I'm going to give you points. You're going to give me the coordinates. So let's put some random points on here. How about right here, and right here. This is A, B, and C. So we're going to figure out where are these located. All right, let's do A first. All right, we know that every point is made up of an X and a Y. So let's find our X. How many times do we need to start? We're always at the origin. How many times do we need to go over to get to A? Well, that looks like we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That goes right there. How many times does it take us to get all the way up to A now? So we're still at 4. Well, we're going up. So that's positive. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Okay. Let's try B. Same thing. Start at the origin. Where are we going, left to right? No. So how do we represent going nowhere? Always with a 0. Well, we need to go up, so that's positive. We're going up 2, 0, 2. All right, last but not least, C. Start at the origin. Well, we're going towards the left to get to C, so that's a negative. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many times do we have to go down? Looks like 1, 2, and 3. So -4, -3 is your answer. All right. Now, in the next video, you are going to try these on your own. So go ahead and try to plot these points. All right, go ahead and give these a try. All you're doing here, go ahead and take these 4 points and actually plot them. Go ahead and label, of course. Okay, get in that routine. Once again, try these, pause the video, and then replay it to see what your answers are. Okay, now that you tried them, all right, let's try to get our answer key done. To find A, start at the origin. We're not going left to right because our X value is 0, but our Y value is -4, so I'm going to go down to -4. So as you see right there, remember, label, so check your answer. To plot B, we're going to go start at the origin, go over to -3. Are we going to go up or down? No, it's 0, so we're going to stop there. Okay, why do you think I put these on your try problems? Remember, these are our intercepts. This is a y-intercept, abbreviate that, and this is an x-intercept. Okay, get used to plotting those. You're going to be doing that a lot in the next unit. Okay, let's finish this out. Check C, start at the origin. It's a +2, so you go to the right. +6, you go up. Remember to label. And last but not least, D, start at the origin. -7, don't go to the right, go to the left, -7. And we are going to +7, that means to go up to +7, which is right about here. Okay, and that is your D. There you go. So, good job. All right, guys, last thing you need to try here for this section is let's go ahead and find the coordinates. So your job is to basically try to find where these battleships are located, if you want to think about it like that. So find where E, F, G, and H are. I'll leave this up here. Go ahead and look at it. You can pause it if you would like so that you can look at this page and write that down on your piece of paper. All right, so let's go over it. So now that you have done them, let's actually get our answers. Where is F located? Well, F is located, start at the origin. Do we need to go left or right? No. Do we need to go up or down? Well, we need to go up to 5, so that's a +5. That would be the right answer. Let's get E. Start at the origin. Do we need to go left or right? Yes, we do. We need to go to right, so that's +7. Do we need to go up or down though? No, it's on the axis, so this must be, you should know this word, it's an intercept. Both F and E are intercepts. This is an x-intercept, this is a y-intercept. Okay, good job. Last but not least, let's do these last two here. G, do we need to go to the right or left? Right 4, down 4. So positive 4, negative 4 is your right answer. And H, start at the origin. This one's tricky. It's pretty close to the axis. You do need to go over to negative 1, and then you need to drop down to negative 8. And that would be the correct answer. Hopefully you got those right. All right, the next section, the topic that I really want to talk to you about in this lesson is slope. Once again, you guys have probably done this throughout middle school, now that you're into high school too. So let's take a look. What in the world is slope? Okay, I'm going to give you the basics here. Of course, you guys should know slope is represented in most math problems as m. Okay, if you have a graphing calculator, later on we'll be showing you that. Sometimes I'll put this in parentheses. Sometimes it's represented as a. Okay, it's just how the calculator is with a graphing calculator. Okay, well, what in the world is slope? Okay, so think about it. What could it be? Well, a good way of thinking about it is how steep is something? Is it really steep? Does it slightly go up, so something like this? Or is it something like this, where it's not that steep? Let's go the opposite way. What if it's going like that? Okay. The lines like this, we call those positive slope. Why do you think it's positive? Well, because look, it's like it's going uphill. So that's a good way of remembering it. Okay, so thinking about, here's a person climbing up, they're going uphill. Look at this second line down here. It's going downhill. So how do we represent anything in math that's going down? Well, with a negative. So we call this a negative slope. Okay, and once again, a good way to remember that, it is going downhill. Okay? All right. If you wanted to put a definition for this, we're just going to say, for right now, we're going to get specific here in a minute, but think about steepness. Okay? All right. All right, let's look at a coordinate plane. Okay. Let's take a look at like number 2. Look at number 2. Do you see this darker line? So this is a line on a coordinate plane. We have our x, we have our y. Okay? All right. What does this look like? What does this line look like it's doing? Well, if I'm looking at it from left to right, like how we read a book, it is going downhill. So we know that this is a negative slope. So we can put a negative sign. Now you're wondering, well, what kind of slope are we talking about? How do we represent slope in math? Well, it's by numbers. Okay, how we represent slope in numbers, let's go back to our notes. Take a look. We are always going to look at our y values first. And then we're going to look at our x values. Okay, you're probably wondering, why am I saying change in y over change in x? Well, we need to know like a distance. So we're actually subtracting our x values. Okay, we need to know how far are we moving from something, and how we figure that out is we're going to have to subtract. We need to find the difference. Okay, so this is going to tell us in a specific number how steep our line is. Okay? All right. This is confusing. This is actually the formula that I would like you to use. It's actually y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? Where are these coming from? They're going to be coming from the